What's happening, everybody? Here's another video with your favorite Mr. Cater. In this video, I will be playing a game. This is a game that I call a guide to university. This game includes 5 key elements to help players navigate university life, players being the student. Each element allows players to rate themselves on a scale from 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. And again, for you to be able to sort of rate yourself, you need to have been at least maybe completed your first year, or maybe you have already completed your degree, and then maybe take a look at these things as a way to sort of retrospect. So the first question for me would be, from a scale of 1 to 5, how well did I do my time management and organization? Time management from 1 to 5, probably a 3 or a 4. It's not a solid 3, it's not a solid 4. If 3.5 was there, I would have taken it. And I think not because I was sort of doing a lot of groovy stuff, but I think because sometimes I'll just go back to rest and we'll just spend time visiting other friends in their rooms and just chill until maybe it's sort of late. I think that was the only time. And as well, I used to watch a YouTube a lot by I think they call it the Engineering Bridge by the University of Johannesburg there. Yeah, I used to watch a YouTube a lot when I was at campus. So I think that did mess up some sort of time management. But when it's time to sort of really log in and then do the work and get the work done and stuff, I think I used to really come back to it and do well. The second one, it's get academic habits and learning skills. What do they mean by academic habits? So I'm going to assume the academic habits is all about having to study often, having to, I don't know, go to the labs and ask for assistance from the tutors, attending classes. Yeah, I used to really attend classes, but mostly for computer science and informatics. With all respect to the maths teachers and anybody else who was delivering that, but it's just those two mostly were the ones that really stimulated, and I really felt like I was really that present, which I really regret not attending the maths one, because in many cases you find that what is coming to the test was literally what they just sort of taught in class, which yeah, it wasn't sort of difficult. It was only difficult if you didn't really pitch up. So the habits there, I think it's like 2.5. So it's like I was doing fine for the other half of the course, and then the other half of the course was sort of lagging. But in terms of learning skills, I think I got better as we approached towards the end. But yeah, I'll put it at 2.5 for this one out of 5. And the third one, building a strong support network. Let's start with how many friends I got to make when I was at the university. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, I had a lot of friends. It starts from there. Okay, I had enough friends, I think. I think the one friendships that I wished I had made more of were the classmates. Classmates being the people who are really studying the same course, the same modules, probably doing the very same year together, because those are really useful, more especially when people start creating these groups for the class, when they share question papers and do other interesting stuff there. I only got to realize that there was a WhatsApp group, I think in my last year or third year. Or second year, third year. I don't know. Maybe I was too careless, or maybe I got skipped by a few things. But then now at least you do know that there is some sort of a group, WhatsApp group, or a Teams chat or something where the learners, in many cases, they get to share these resources of what they're using to sort of pass their courses and stuff. You can, in addition to that, you can add support groups like your church. I used to go to church as well. Sports, I never did that, but people do play sports. Some even join political groups. Some even just make mates, and that is like a very good pillar that really helps them go through. But for me, I would still say the classmates one, it's number one. You most likely won't really pass in university if you don't really have classmates. You can prove me wrong. Again, it's my challenge in here. Building a strong support network. I think because I went through, I sort of would say 3.5. It wasn't the baddest because I could easily make friends. So maybe 3.5 or 4. So I'll put it at 3.5. The fourth one, it's having your own flow and being honest to it. I think this one is one that I used to really kill a lot. So with having your own flow and being honest to it, it's a different topic that many people don't talk about, right? I always tell people around me that don't say that who is using you. No, you're actually usable if you have too much free time in your hands. So, to start with, at university, if you don't really set up your schedule properly, and this is not only just at university in life, in high school, wherever you are at church, wherever you are at, if you don't really set up your schedule, then the people who have set up theirs and probably would want you to be part of theirs as well will come and just snatch you anytime and anyhow they want you to, which just means that now you're not living to sort of get to see what you sort of planned to see, but rather you just sort of fulfilling and become the additional part of other people's life, which is bad because you don't really, at the end of the day, you won't really have anything that is tangible to you. So let's put an example here, right? Let us say, for example, in my week, I have a test on Monday and it's a Thursday, and a very good friend of mine comes and say, "Yo, bro, we need to go get some drinks tomorrow, Friday, and then yeah, let's see it from there." If I don't have a plan that I'm going to study on Thursday night, Friday night, and maybe Saturday morning and the whole day, and Sunday the whole day, then I could easily just say yes to that, right? Which means if I don't have a plan for myself, I could easily be swayed into somebody's plan, you see. And I think having to be honest to that schedule of yours is also important. So, how you know you are being honest is if you go and sit down and sort of really look and try to judge yourself to say, okay, I had this schedule these past 2 weeks or past 3 weeks. Did I even follow it? Or did it work? Did I do it right and stuff like that? Then that will really give you a very good idea of, okay, did I really set my flow and was I really honest? This is something that maybe if you have never really got to play it out a couple of times, you might find a bit more dribbling. But feel free to just put down questions here. We do have a lot of experts and professionals that just browse through these comments just to help whoever they want to help for free. So I could give myself a 4.2. I mean, do we have these decimal numbers? I guess so, but I'll give myself a 4.2 or 4.3. Like, it's very high. It's just very high. Or I could just give myself a 5. I think I was very selfish with my time. Let's say it in that way. And then the last one, familiarizing yourself with the school and the university premises. So this is a simple one, right? This is just to say how many other buildings did you know within the school that were used for different things that were not only academic related. So to teach you something, University of Johannesburg has about 4 campuses, right? It has a Donfontein campus, it has Banton Road, which is APB, and then there's APK, which is Auckland Park, and then there is Soweto. I'm not sure if I'm missing any other one, but if I am, you guys can always help out there. I only got to, I think, go to the Soweto campus. I think it was like my last year, if not the second year at the end, but it was very late. that I actually got to go to there. So we can just remove 1 point from that by me not really knowing the other campus. And again, there is some interesting things that as well happens at the university. This is unlike this whole thing when you just go to the university, to high school, and then you go and learn, you eat, and then you go home. No, yes, to other privileged high schools, you do get swimming pools and all those other nice things and stuff. There, there's something they call a psychand. It's when you feel like your mind is not really being on your side, or maybe when you're sort of going through situations, or you sort of need some assistance with anything that has to do with psychology, then the head office is great offices that they could go and um, help you around there. I sort of didn't know where they were for a very long time, so yeah, we minus another point for that. I just knew that they told me that there was I think the office of the vice chancellor was somewhere up in the Madiveng building. I couldn't pinpoint it, which was fun. But at least I knew where the eating area was. What was that area called? I forgot. But yeah, more like a canteen. I knew where it was. First day, actually, the day I was going to do registrations. The classrooms, well, it was always tricky. Though there's a very interesting one at the University of Johannesburg, wherein you might think you're going to the second floor, and you're going straight to the third floor because somewhat the stairs just didn't cut in the middle. Many people can really relate to this one, but yeah, it was just that. But I don't think I was bad with navigating the premises. I think I knew enough to sort of get to survive. So I could sort of put it at at 4 because with what I needed, I could I could move around. So yeah, that's it. I would like to challenge maybe somebody else who is also doing maybe their second year or above, or have completed their studies, to also do this exercise and just share it with me, and just take it for cater for all. That's all.